The wealthiest among us have always found ways to multiply their fortunes, but something unprecedented is happening right now in 2025. Artificial intelligence is minting billionaires faster than any technology wave in human history. This is not just about the ultra rich getting richer, it's about an entirely new class of billionaires emerging from the AI revolution, and the opportunities they're pursuing are unlike anything we've seen before. The unprecedented wealth creation machine, when artificial intelligence captured the imagination of venture capitalists just a few years ago, nobody expected it to become what it is today, a wealth creation engine operating at hyperspeed. The numbers tell a stunning story. In 2025 alone, more than 50 new billionaires joined the world's wealthiest class, all thanks to investments in companies built around AI technology. That's more billionaires created in a single year than many other industries produce in a decade. The scale of capital flowing into artificial intelligence is jaw-dropping. Nearly $202 billion poured into AI startups throughout 2025, representing almost half of all global venture capital investment. To put that in perspective, this share jumped from just 34% in 2024. These numbers aren't just statistics. They represent a fundamental shift in how the global economy creates wealth at the highest levels. What makes this boom particularly extraordinary is the speed at which it's happening. During the dot-com era, it took years for companies to reach billion-dollar valuations. Today, AI startups are achieving unicorn status in mere months. There are now 498 artificial intelligence companies valued at $1 billion or more, collectively worth $2.7 trillion. The velocity of this wealth creation has left even Silicon Valley veterans stunned. The new billionaire class taking center stage. Every revolution produces its heroes, and the AI boom has certainly created some remarkable individuals. Edwin Chen stands at the top of this new wealth hierarchy. As the chief executive officer of Surge AI, a data labeling company, Chen has amassed an estimated net worth of $18 billion. What's remarkable about Chen is his age. At just 37 years old, he became the youngest person to appear on the Forbes 400 list. In less than 5 years, Surge AI grew to a $24 billion valuation by serving giants like Google, Meta, and Microsoft. Then there are the co-founders of Sierra, a company built to replace human customer service with AI agents. Brett Taylor and Clay Baver, both veterans of tech's biggest names, started Sierra and watched it reach a $10 billion valuation after raising $350 million. Each co-founder is now worth approximately $2.5 billion. These former executives decided they could build something better than what already existed, and the market rewarded them for that vision. The exodus from OpenAI has been particularly fruitful for wealth creation. Ilya Sutskever, who served as chief scientist at the company, co-founded Safe Superintelligence, which achieved a valuation exceeding $30 billion in a remarkably short time frame. His former colleague Mira Murati, the chief technology officer, launched Thinking Machines Lab in February, raising $2 billion from prominent investors, including Andreessen Horowitz, NVIDIA, and AMD. In each case, these individuals leveraged their experience and networks to create enormous value almost instantaneously. Dario Amodei, the founder and chief executive of Anthropic, embodies another success story. When Amodei and his team created Anthropic in 2021, they separated from OpenAI to pursue their own vision of AI development. Today, Anthropic is valued at more than $60 billion, with expectations that it could reach far higher valuations in upcoming funding rounds. Amodei's personal net worth now exceeds $1 billion, and the company has created at least 7 billionaires from its employee ranks. The infrastructure play and existing billionaire windfall. While new billionaires are emerging from AI startups, some of the world's richest people are becoming exponentially wealthier by investing in and profiting from the infrastructure these companies depend on. This is where the story becomes even more dramatic for those already at the top. Elon Musk, already the world's richest person, saw his net worth surge by nearly 50% in 2025, climbing to $645 billion, making him the first human to surpass the $500 billion mark. Jensen Huang, the chief executive of NVIDIA, watched his net worth climb by $41.8 billion as the company's market capitalization crossed $5 trillion. This explosion happened because every AI company on Earth needs NVIDIA's graphics processing units to function. Then there's Larry Ellison, the Oracle founder, who made a staggering $140 billion in 2025 alone through Oracle's infrastructure plays supporting artificial intelligence. This single year gain dwarfs the lifetime earnings of most entrepreneurs. When you combine the wealth additions of 20 major billionaires who profited from AI investments in 2025, they collectively added approximately $500 billion to their combined net worth. How these investors are creating unstoppable competitive advantages. The new generation of AI billionaires understand something crucial that traditional investors often miss. The network effect and talent accumulation matter immensely in artificial intelligence. The best talent gravitates towards success. When Anthropic or Safe Superintelligence or Sierra raise massive funding rounds, they attract the world-class engineers and researchers who can actually build the products. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle where the best companies attract the best talent, which produces the best products, which generates the most capital, which attracts even more talent. These AI billionaires are also investing in infrastructure beyond just their own companies. Some are backing data center construction, others are funding research into more efficient computing, and still others are creating venture funds specifically focused on discovering the next wave of AI innovations. They're not simply resting on their wealth, they're actively deploying it to maintain their advantages. The geographic concentration of this wealth is striking. San Francisco now has more billionaires than New York City, with 82 compared to 66. The Bay Area's millionaire population has doubled over the past decade, a growth rate far exceeding that of other major wealth centers. Real estate in San Francisco reflects this concentration, with more homes selling above $20 million in a single year than in any other period in history. The secondary markets democratizing private wealth. What distinguishes this wave of billionaire creation from previous eras is the emergence of secondary markets for private company shares. Unlike the dot-com boom, when founders had to wait for initial public offerings to cash out their stakes, today's AI billionaires can sell pieces of their equity to other investors through secondary transactions. Some are taking loans against their equity holdings, effectively accessing their wealth without triggering massive taxable events. This innovation in financial markets has accelerated the pace at which fortunes become liquid and deployable. A founder who might have been worth billions on paper 5 years ago can now borrow billions in dollars backed by those equity holdings. This creates an entirely new category of billionaire investors who never founded anything but recognized the opportunity to back the right teams at the right moment. What the future holds for AI wealth creation, the artificial intelligence revolution is not slowing down. Investors and entrepreneurs are already looking beyond text-based models to multimodal systems that generate images, videos, and audio. When OpenAI launched Sora 2 in September, a tool for generating AI videos, it triggered another funding frenzy into companies building creative tools. 11 Labs, an AI audio generation startup, saw its founders achieve billionaire status after raising $100 million at a valuation of $6.6 billion. For the next generation of billionaire investors, the lesson is clear: the future belongs to those who can identify which AI technologies will reshape entire industries and back the talented teams building them. The wealth being created today makes the fortunes of previous tech generations look modest by comparison. Artificial intelligence has fundamentally changed the equation for how quickly wealth concentrates at the top of the global economy.